Hey everybody, welcome back to another Black Ops 6 Zombies video. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Sticks and Stones Dark Ops Challenge. So just like all the other Dark Ops challenges, we're going to be taking a look at this one and giving some tips and advice and showing you how I was able to unlock this Dark Ops challenge here within Black Ops 6 Zombies. So the description for this one for Sticks and Stones is to reach round 25 solo using only melee weapons, combat axes, and melee macchiato. So this one, I mean, just like melee only is pretty straightforward, right? So obviously, first off, reach round 25 solo. So you have to play this alone. Can't play it with 4 players. That would make it easy if you could do that because, hey, other people could use weapons. You could stick with melee only, but obviously they know that, that would be way too easy, so you have to do this solo. Now, also, obviously, you cannot do directed mode for this because you don't reach round 25 in directed mode, so this has to be on standard mode. Now, you can only use a melee weapon, combat axes, and melee macchiato. So what I did in my match is when the match started, I immediately switched over to my melee weapon, which in this case was my bat, and that's all I got kills with, right? So go around, just get kills with that. And what you're going to want to do as you're playing through this is that you're going to want to also add to your loadout before you start out a game is obviously add combat axes, might as well. Like, there's no point in adding any other lethal in here that you might, accidentally use. Just always have combat axes. I didn't really use combat axes too much in my game. Instead, I pretty much just stuck with the bat. Obviously, you can use any other weapon. The melee weapon I would probably recommend, though, would be the power drill. That one is actually really good because it's so fast, and you're able to kill zombies super quickly with it. But in this case, I was going for camos on my bat, and it was fairly easy, and I ended up getting this challenge. So just use the bat and use combat axes when you need to. But first thing you're going to want to do in your game is just try to get as much salvage as possible. So just get as much salvage and open up the first barrier and go over to the arsenal machine, and you're going to want to upgrade your bat. So since you're playing standard mode, you can't really farm points like you can in directed, but you're going to want to save up your points and make sure that you get over to Pack-a-Punch machine as quickly as possible, as well as get as much salvage as possible and constantly upgrade your weapon. So as soon as you get 500 essence, go over and upgrade your melee weapon, and as soon as you get another 1,000 essence, go over and upgrade it again. And now there's obviously like little Easter eggs and stuff around the map that you can do that will give you more essence, but like there's the one on Liberty Falls on the church, but you have to hit that with an explosive. Obviously, you can't use explosives for this challenge, but stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, as soon as you can, go over and pack-a-punch the baseball bat. So, it might take you a couple rounds, but you're going to want to go over there and pack-a-punch the baseball bat, or the other strategy is maybe to buy melee macchiato first. And so with melee macchiato, the thing you're going to want to do before you start out a game on this one is that you're going to want to try to have augments on it. It just makes it easier. You don't have to, but it makes it easier. The augments I would recommend for this challenge are espresso, and that means that all melee attacks are slightly faster. And so for the minor augment that I would recommend is stick and move. So this one says back pedal speed is increased after a successful melee attack. So for a while I always had on strength training because all I saw was that you can one-hit kill normal zombies for more rounds, but that's punch. That's not just your melee weapon. So obviously in this case, you're going to want to use your melee weapon, not really the melee macchiato punch. You're going to want to just switch to whatever your melee weapon is and just run around with that full time. And obviously you can also use combat axes, but use melee macchiato. That way, as the perk, you'll get more damage with melee macchiato. Your bat will do more damage, or your power drill, or your knife, or whatever. And espresso, your melee attacks will be faster, so especially if you're using the drill, it is so quick. And now, another one that could be useful is the vampiric extraction one. It says melee attacks heal a small amount of your health. This one is pretty useful as well, especially with the drill, is that, you can zip with the drill and constantly get kills with it, and you'll keep healing up quite a bit. Because it's kind of how it was in Black Ops Cold War, is with the same thing in that game, is that there was an upgrade for it. So every time you got a kill with the melee, and I remember in that game you had the size. If you had that melee weapon, it was pretty much impossible to go down because you kept getting kills so fast, and it would always heal you. So it's kind of the same principle, although obviously you can still go down in this one. But yeah, in this one you have to reach around 25 solo, so you can go down as long as you obviously don't die and you get back up, you revive yourself. So if you have to keep going and buying self revives, so be it. All you have to do is reach around 25 solo, Now, a couple things about this, though, that I found interesting. So, people in the community, after I got this challenge, I looked it up and see what everybody's talking about with this. People are saying, kind of have some different things going on here, different theories. Some people say you cannot pick up any nukes. You can't pick up nukes because the nuke will kill a zombie, and that's not a melee kill. It has to be a melee kill in this. I picked up a nuke in my game, and I still got the challenge. So nukes are fair game, so don't worry about picking up nukes and avoiding them and stuff. In fact, I would always pick up a nuke, if I were you guys. Always pick up a nuke because, hey, that's less zombies you have to kill with a melee weapon and makes this challenge go by quicker. Next up is something that I personally thought while I was going for this challenge, is I was like, wait a minute, can I get other perks? Because it says that, using only melee weapons, combat axes, and melee macchiato. So I was like, I wonder if you can't get Juggernaut then. Because, it only says you can get melee macchiato. It doesn't say anything about any other perks. So I was like, And eventually I just was like, you know what, screw it. I'm going to get Juggernaut, I'm going to get perks, and I'm going to see. If I get to round 25 and I don't get the challenge, then obviously then I know. But I got those perks, and I still got the challenge. So, obviously make sure you get Juggernaut, because then you have more health. I would also recommend Quick Revive, because then, you're healing yourself faster. Obviously, you're playing solo, so you're not healing other players, but you yourself heal faster, which is really nice. Stamina Up is also a really good one as well, because then you're super fast. You're already fast with a melee weapon, but obviously combine that with Stamina Up, and you're able to be even quicker. Also, combine that with Stick and Move for the augment for melee macchiato, where your backpedal speed is increased. Same thing, it just, speeds it up even more, having Stamina Up. And so those are the perks I would recommend for sure with this challenge. Anything else is just kind of nice. You don't really need Speed Cola because you're not reloading. You don't need PhD Flopper because, you're not using an explosive. So other than that, I wouldn't really do anything. I also would not, just for, clarity's sake, I probably also would not get any ammo upgrades for your weapon. So I wouldn't get like Brain Rot, or I wouldn't get Napalm Burst or anything like that. Also, I would stick away from the Elemental Pop perk, because for that one, you can trigger these ammo mods and it can get zombie kills that way. Another thing people have constantly been saying about this challenge is that when it comes to the special zombies, so manglers are kind of tough for this challenge, because if you kill them and you kill them in the right way, it won't count. So basically everyone says that you always want to make sure that every one of your kills that you get, it'll always say melee kill, melee kill, melee kill. And it's, so if you kill a special zombie like a mangler, it will say like special zombie melee kill. And same thing if you're playing on Liberty Falls, you'll get abominations to spawn at some point. You're going to want to make sure that when you kill it, it is a special zombie or an elite zombie melee kill as well. So what everybody has said about the manglers specifically is that for manglers, you're going to want to lay down in front of them and melee them. That way you don't end up accidentally like blowing up their cannon and trigger an explosive kill. So with that also being said, people say that on these maps you're going to want to avoid the cars. So on Liberty Falls, avoid the cars, because if there is a mangler chasing you and he uses his cannon, he can shoot with his cannon and blow up a car and potentially kill a zombie, and that will void the challenge, because the zombie died not to a melee weapon. So neither your melee weapon or a combat axe or melee macchiato, instead they got blown up, and people say that that voids the challenge. So make sure that you're avoiding that. I would basically say, what I did in my game, anytime a mangler spawned, I went right up to it, lay down in front of it, boom, killed it right away, and then now the mangler's gone. So, super simple and easy, and obviously, I'm super fast with a melee weapon and Stamina Up. So, that's just what I would recommend there. But that's pretty much it. Then you just reach round 25, and it's, you just reach round 25. You don't have to complete round 25, but yeah, here on round 25, challenge pop for me, and just like that, sticks and stones. So, yeah. It's fairly easy, melee only in this game is really easy. It's a lot easier than other Black Ops Zombies games, but that's pretty much all there is to it. This is one of those ones where I was just like, I feel like you have to know about this challenge beforehand, but once you actually go for it, it'll take maybe 1 or 2 attempts. It's really not that difficult, especially if you apply these tips that I've shared here. But that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions or comments or anything, let me know in the comments down below. We'll try our best to answer you guys. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next Black Ops 6 Zombies video.